In the center of Long Island, a chef named Victor Hickson is bringing his beloved recipes on the road.
I never thought that this would be something that I, at 54, that this would be something that I'm doing to take care of my family. You know, it's a blessing. They knew I could do it. One day I just did. You know, my wife, who's my biggest supporter, and my son, he's the brains of the operation. and my mother, you know, she's the one who taught me how to cook. I went to culinary school, but to tell you the truth, they didn't really teach me anything.
Really?
Presentation. That's what I learned. I learned presentation from them. 90% of all of the stuff I do, I learned from my mother. The ribs, it will be a dry rub. Brown sugar, onion and garlic powder, a little cayenne for spice.
How about mac and cheese?
I use cheddar, and I use Gouda. Mozzarella is another cheese that I use.
Nice. Today we're in Middle Island, across from the fire department, but sometimes you're elsewhere.
Yeah. I'll be here until about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. I like to stay right around here, Coram, Middle Island, you know, Selden. Some people said they want me to come out to Riverhead, so I might try to find a spot out there for a day. See, I have a text alert, and everybody get a notification about where I'm at and what I'm doing.
And so they follow you.
In the beginning, it was locals, but now people come from all over. You know, and I feel honored about that. I mean, somebody said they traveled 50 miles to come and get some ribs last week. You know, it was amazing.
What do you think it is about your food that just speaks to people?
You know what? That's easy. I put my heart and my soul into everything. There's no shortcuts. If somebody came and paid me $1 today for any of this food, it wouldn't matter to me because I really love doing it that much.
About how many hours do you stay out here?
Until I get tired or sell out, whichever comes first. A lot of people like to make stuff, put it in the refrigerator. I like to make all of my stuff fresh. You know, I make the macaroni and cheese the day of. You know what I'm saying? I got an oven in the truck, rice I make right on the spot.
Your day probably starts early with all your prep. What time do you wake up on a Saturday?
About 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man.
Tomorrow I'll sleep good.
Okay. Anthony, tell me, how did you first meet Vic to get this job?
He was a very good friend of my dad's. So when I found out he was opening a food truck, I asked if I could work with him. And he could teach me how to be a cook. I want to go to culinary school.
Nice.
Is the grease hot? I'll still take for the fish. He's frying in there. Sorry. That's what it's like.
Victor, your husband, tells me that he could never do this without you. How do you have the energy and the drive to work your own job and do this?
All of this energy from me, just the love and support has just been working.
What do you think is your wife Alicia's best personality trait?
Wow. She's a go-getter. I might get this little doubt in my head. She's the one that, no, you know, let's get back on track.
He's really open, people-friendly. We could be in a crowd and some way, somehow people will find him and ask him questions. I don't care how big the crowd is.
How do you hope people feel when they eat your food?
Happy.